Get ready to dive into one of the most epic Last Stand movies ever made, the 1964 classic Zulu. This isn't just a film. It's a cinematic legend, a breathtaking portrayal of courage against impossible odds, and it's based on a real historical event. The year is 1879, South Africa. The British Empire is clashing with the powerful Zulu kingdom. The story kicks off right after a devastating British defeat at the Battle of Isandlwana. News travels fast, and a small British garrison at a remote mission station called Rorke's Drift learns the horrifying truth. A massive Zulu army, fresh from their victory, is heading straight for them. We're introduced to our key players. There's Lieutenant John Chard of the Royal Engineers. He's not a seasoned combat officer. He's there to build a bridge. He finds himself the senior officer by a whisker, simply because his commission date is a few months earlier than the other lieutenant on site. That other officer is Lt Gonville Bromhead, a blue-blooded infantryman who initially bristles at being commanded by an engineer. This subtle tension between the two men, one a pragmatic builder and the other a pedigreed soldier, forms the core of the film's leadership dynamic. The mission station itself is barely a fort. It's a hospital, a chapel, and a few supply buildings. The garrison is a motley crew of about 150 men from the 24th Regiment of Foot, many of whom are sick or wounded. They're outnumbered, outmaneuvered, and terrified. A Swedish missionary, Otto Witt, whose daughter is also at the station, urges them to flee. He's seen the might of the Zulu army and believes resistance is suicide. His frantic warnings only add to the rising panic. Chard, however, makes the tough call. Fleeing across open ground with wounded men would be a death sentence. Their only chance, however slim, is to stand and fight, to fortify their position and make the Zulus pay for every inch of ground. This decision sets the stage for one of the most incredible siege sequences in film history. The men, led by Chard and Bromhead, who quickly puts aside his pride to work with Chard, begin a frantic race against time. They use mealie bags, sacks of corn, and supply wagons to build makeshift barricades, turning the mission into a cramped, desperate fortress. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife as they wait. The quiet before the storm is deafening. Then they hear it. A sound that starts as a low rumble, like a distant train, growing louder and louder until it shakes the very ground. It's the sound of 4,000 Zulu warriors stamping their feet and striking their shields, and then they appear. A sea of warriors cresting the hills, a truly awe-inspiring and terrifying sight. The first Zulu attack is a wave of raw power. They charge the mealie bag walls with incredible bravery, and the British respond with disciplined volleys of rifle fire from their Martini-Henry rifles. The fighting is brutal, close quarters, and relentless. The red coats of the British soldiers stand out starkly against the dusty landscape, making them easy targets. We get to know some of these soldiers. There's the stoic color Sergeant Bourne, a veteran who holds the line with unwavering professionalism. There's Private Hook, a malingerer and drunkard who, when the fighting starts in the hospital ward, finds a reserve of ferocious courage he never knew he had, fighting room by room to save the patients. And there's the Welsh choir, led by Private Owen, whose powerful singing voices become a surprising weapon of morale, answering the Zulu war chants with their own hymns. The attacks come in waves, each one testing the defenders' limits. The Zulus show incredible tactical discipline, probing the defenses, using the terrain, and never giving up. The British lines bend but don't break. The hospital is set on fire, leading to a desperate, heroic evacuation under heavy fire. Chard and Bromhead are everywhere, directing fire, plugging gaps in the line, and inspiring their men by their own sheer nerve. They are no longer a stuffy officer and a quiet engineer. They are leaders forged in the crucible of battle. As the sun sets, the fighting continues under the eerie glow of the burning hospital. The British are exhausted, their ammunition is running low, and their numbers are dwindling. It seems like the end is inevitable, but as dawn breaks, a strange thing happens. The Zulus on the surrounding hills begin to sing. It's not a war chant, but a song of respect, a salute to the bravery of the handful of soldiers who held them off. The British soldiers, stunned, are encouraged by their commanders to sing back. This moment, this exchange of songs between two warrior cultures, is the heart of the film. It's a profound recognition of mutual courage that transcends the violence of the battle. Then, just as suddenly as they appeared, the Zulus withdraw, leaving the battlefield. The defenders of Rorke's Drift have survived. They have held the line. The film concludes with a roll call of the 11 men who were awarded the Victoria Cross for their incredible bravery, the highest number ever awarded for a single action. Zulu isn't just about the spectacle of battle. It's a deep character study about how ordinary men react under extraordinary pressure. It explores themes of duty, courage, class, and the strange respect that can exist between enemies. Michael Caine, in his breakout role as Bromhead, is fantastic, perfectly capturing the officer's journey from arrogance to admiration. Stanley Baker, who also produced the film, is the stoic Rorke as Lieutenant Chard. The film's stunning cinematography, filmed on location, and John Barry's iconic musical score make it a timeless masterpiece. It's a powerful, moving, and unforgettable story of human endurance. If you've never seen it, you are in for an absolute treat. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this look back at a cinema classic, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other legendary films you'd like me to cover. See you in the next video.